Live from New York, 2K Sports proudly brings you Knicks basketball. The New York Knicks come into this one following a loss, guys, to Orlando.
Yeah, it seemed to me their three-point shooting was their own worst enemy in that game, Clark. I mean, even their wide-open looks weren't falling.
Yeah, and I'm sure when they think back on that game, Steve, their main regret is going to be that they didn't get away from the three-point shot early on. They kept going to.
And it's the Pistons to start out. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Pistons, Monroe and Drummond there inside. Kyrie Irving is out there with Ellis. And it's Chan in at the three, the small forward. And so it's New York with it. Excellent use of the screen that time.
And there's the first bucket of the game.
Yeah, that's a nice tone setter out of the gate.
They set the screen. Irving passes to Chan. Here's Drummond. Rebounded by Hardaway. On defense, Detroit. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
The Knicks shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time.
Boy, that was solid. I tell you, he's one of the best there is up there at the foul line.
Detroit with the ball. 4-point game. Here's the dude. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto. Shoots a fader. Detroit, no good that time either.
That's 3 misses to start the game, guys. Does not bode well here early.
Hardaway, no good. The Pistons have gone 0-3 from the field to start the game. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, guys, I was able to talk with Rick Carlisle for just a moment. He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
And thank you, Doris. Now here's Ellis. And he also played really well in that win against the Raptors.
And the layup just gift-wrapped right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Sundin, guarded by Chan. Here's Hardaway. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
He kind of threaded the needle with that pass into the paint.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. There's the dish to Ellis. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Ellis. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. On Lenichev. He's covered by Irving. Clock at 6. Here's Sundin. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Irving. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
And so it's New York with it, trailing by 2. Ilyasova, screen on Monroe. Hardaway against Monroe. Hardaway dishes to Ilyasova. Offline with his 3. The Pistons have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid in by Monroe.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
And the pass to Hardaway. Ilyasova is screen on Ellis. Here's Sundin. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. He's got 5.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Irving gets a screen from Chan. Fires the 3. Good.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
Knicks trail by 4. Outside Hardaway. He feeds it to Ilyasova. Buried from 15 feet out.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
The Pistons have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Here's the dude. There's the lob to the hoop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Sundin, and it's blocked by Chan.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
That was one of those 3 or 4 plays that you see every night in an NBA game that just leaves you in awe.
And so it's New York with it, following the bucket by the Pistons. In the corner, Hardaway with it. And the 3 off target.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Ellis. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Very positive opening quarter for them. The shots have been falling.
You know, the shooting percentage would be nice if it stayed right there, but that's going to be tough to do.
So it's the Knicks now. 6-point game. Here's Sundin. Detroit with the rebound.
It seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Here's Chan. And he's good on the 3-ball. The dude's got 8 points.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Kicks it to Monroe. Passes it to Chan. Back to Monroe. And stolen by Ilyasova. Here's the break. To halt the run, he lays it in.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Okay, guys, we have to make sure that they get no open looks from the outside. That means we got to stick with our man all over the floor. It doesn't matter if it's strong side or ball side. No helps on drives, all right?
Irving's checked in for the Knicks. Millsap comes in for Ilyasova.
Here's where the New York Knicks sit early in the season in the NBA statistics. 4th in assists, 7th in scoring. And they're a top 10 shooting team from the foul line. Pretty good company for that team.
Assist, Clark, because to me, those numbers are a sign of how cohesively they've played together as a unit. This is an unselfish squad. They play hard. They've got a good plan of attack. They're extremely well coached. And as a result, they rack up those assist numbers.
Irving, good.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come, Clark.
And here is Hardaway following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Here's Olenichev, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 4th assist in this one.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
Irving passes to Chan. 13 feet away. And Detroit again with the bucket. Clark, the coach, was really passionate in that last huddle, trying to do everything he can to get his message across.
You know, and I'm not sure what he wanted exactly, but he did it with enough fire that I'm guessing he's not going to be happy with any lapse in execution. I mean, he made his point pretty clear.
Walking with legends here, guys. Look at some outstanding seasons, decades apart, averaging a triple-double in each game over the course of an entire NBA season. Oscar Robertson's 1961-62 season was something to marvel at. And now, in our current era, a special player making his own mark on the NBA with the tremendous play he's been showing us all season long.
And Kevin, immediately when you start talking about averaging a triple-double, you think about Oscar Robertson. That is a remarkable accomplishment.
And Detroit has possession. After New York gets the three. Irving with a clean look. Another three for Detroit.
This defense has been way too soft early on. They've got to start playing with some energy.
You know, Steve, do something, anything to throw their shooters out of rhythm is what's got to happen here.
And a chance now to look at the small forwards who have been dominant this season offensively. And you look at the dude leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
Well, slasher, scorer, call him whatever you want, but the bottom line is he can tear the rest of the NBA to shreds when he gets going.
That's exactly right. I mean, he's the #1 guy you have to account for when you take them on. I mean, he's the primary guy in the scouting report. Even if you can't stop him, you've got to try to make him work for his opportunities.
And he knocks down the first one. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Detroit leading by 8. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Some outstanding numbers in this one for the dude. He already has 10 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Chan. Knicks trail by 10.